What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Friday Night Live. Boy, I'm on here at 10 o'clock, almost on the dot. Technically, I'm here before 10 because it's showing 9:57. I'm here before 10 because it's showing 9:57 on my end. So technically, I'm really early, man. You know, once y'all get up in here, I'm gonna reiterate what I just said, and I want y'all to. I would hope that somebody give me some props. I hope that somebody would say they proud of me. Hope that somebody who may have to get up early will say, I appreciate that, K. Because I'm in here before 10. I snuck in right before 10 just to hang out with my YouTube friends. Yeah. Y'all hit that like button as you come in the door, man. Give me a like so I can ask y'all this question and these questions, and hope that I can that we can give it. Hold on, man. I just knocked over a bunch of stuff, man. Give me a second. Hold on. Before I just knocked some stuff over, let me pick this stuff up. But yeah, but what I was saying is that you know, the questions I want to ask tonight, maybe we can give each other some clarity on it. I think a lot of this we know already, but we want to give each other some clarity. Hit that like button as y'all come in, man. I don't really ask y'all to do that a lot these days, but I'm gonna do it tonight. We seem to have a really obsessive fascination with other people's business, and just for no reason at all, I can't understand why everybody else's business seems to be more fascinating to us than our own business. It's like our antennas go up more so when conversations start to swirl around what's going on in the lives of other people. And on two levels, particularly celebrities, famous people, we really get deep into the lives of famous people who, number one, don't know you. They don't know anything about you, wouldn't know you. A lot of them don't even care about you, could care less about you, even if you did see them somewhere. But we get caught up in the lives of celebrities. But even when you take it out of the celebrity realm, we get caught up in the business of others, particularly when it relates to mess, when it relates to something bad that's happening in the life of somebody's problems, somebody's issues. We seem to take a strong interest in that more so than even the successes of people. Because even with the celebrities, if somebody signs some kind of big multi-million-dollar deal, or they start a new company or something like that, you know, we'll read the story, we'll kind of go through it and okay, cool. But it's not as juicy in our minds as if somebody gets caught up with somebody other than their wife or husband on a yacht. It's not as juicy as somebody walking down the street, smoked out, butt naked, a famous person strung out, butt naked, walking down the middle of the street, singing Yankee Doodle Dandy or something like that. We share those stories. We'll share a million billion shares. We love to We thrive on that. But even if it's not something that extreme, like somebody getting in trouble, we love to see people get in trouble. When somebody get caught up in some police activity, something, whether they did it or not, we love that. We love scandals. But we don't have the same type of excitement as it relates to anything positive. And we are quick to have something to say about everybody who got something going wrong in their life. And it's crazy because we speak on other people's life as if we are the authority on other people's life. It amazes me just looking at not only comment sections on certain topics about certain people, but just in person. You just having regular conversations among people that you know, and y'all know this to be a fact. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but I know y'all gonna say I'm right. How many people that you are around on a daily basis, how many of them do you actually see that talk about folks they don't know and the problems and the situations of people they don't know? They talk about and discuss these things as if they know definitively every aspect of that person's life. All the way to the point where you will see people arguing about other people's life that they don't even really know. Only thing you know about this person is the songs they made. You know about the team they play for. You know about what movies they've been in. You know about what political office that they held or hold. That's the basics of what you know. Anything else behind the door, you can get little stuff here, whatever they might divulge themselves, but you don't really know. And let's say, for the sake of argument, that you do know. Like I say, because sometimes they'll give out stuff themselves, or it'll come out in reports and documents and whatever, if it's some court crap going on, or self-admitted stuff. Is it productive for you and me to spend hours and hours and days of time discussing it, debating it, when in fact the key point is that we don't even got our own business in order? We don't even have our own business in order. And that's the thing. That's my point. It's like, what makes us forget about how out of order our own lives are? What makes us forget that in a moment where we hear about somebody else's life being messed up, or some part of somebody else's life what makes us dismiss our faults, our flaws, our addictions, our bad habits, our mental illnesses, whether it be ourselves or people in our families? What makes us dismiss that when we hear about somebody else's, and dismiss it, and then instantly go into the either the criticism of somebody else's problems, the mockery of somebody else's problems, where you actually laughing and making jokes about it, or just a flat out condemnation and judgment of other people's situations. And one of the biggest things that bother me that I can tell y'all that bothers me. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it bothers me. I don't like to see people disrespect other people or condemn or judge or make mockery of the problems that other people have in a way that speaks to as if those same problems can't happen to you. And I touched on this when I was talking about, how people, like they'll disrespect the dead of other people and all this. It's like, what's in our mind that makes us feel like the same thing that you laughing at somebody else about can't happen to you? You got a child. So if you got a child and you hear about somebody else's child that died or went to jail or on dope real bad, why would you laugh at that? Why is that funny to you? Why is that something that you can eat? And even if you don't laugh at it, why is there something that you can point a finger at, like, see, that's what you get. That's what you get. Yeah. If you would have been doing this, had you done this, had you raised your child this way, had you did, it goes back to what I just said. Everybody talks like they are the experts and the authorities on the lives of other people. You ain't mastered your own life. You're not the master of your own universe. And I see this a lot because people have this thing where we put out a good show. We put out a good face, like we got everything under control. Everything's under control. Hey, man, I'm good. I'm good. My life is good. Even to the point where you have some people, oh, man, hey, man, I'm God. I'm God, man. When you address me as God. Okay, that's cool. The book say ye are all God's children of the Most High. So I ain't gonna argue with you on that part. But if you are not demonstrating force and power, which is what I've been taught, that's what God is. God is force and power. But you're saying I'm God, man. You're in so much control, but your lights is cut off. You're in so much control, but your family is jacked up. Your home life is terrible. Your marriage is in shambles. Your finances are in shambles. Your children don't respect you. You don't respect your own parents. But you say you are in control. You say you got it together. So you got it together verbally. You profess to having it together. But what we see and what you say is not the same. And people ain't stupid. But to go a step beyond that, now, the first time somebody else is going through something, you get to telling them how they should have did it. Well, see, the problem is, man, so you don't know how to handle your woman, see? Same thing with the females. Girl, if I was you, I'd leave him alone because he ain't did that. But your relationship is messed up. So whose business are you standing on? Just everybody like to use that term now. Everybody's standing on business. Whose business are you standing on? And how many hours in a year, forget hours in a day, how many hours in a year do you waste worrying about other folks' business in a year? And whatever that number totals out to be, it's way too many. And I can guarantee you that that amount of hours spent worried about other people's business could have been way more, could have been used in a far more productive way than using it for that. What creates the excitement in us that makes us so happy to talk about people behind their back? And you always looking for a partner to get down with you. See? Something happened. Everybody, whether it's celebrity, all the way down to personal and family and relationship, something happened. Where's the first place we run? When some mess is circulating or some gossip or problem, whether it's celebrity or your personal, what's the first place we run to? I'm waiting on somebody to answer that question. That's a question for the panel. Y'all are the panel today. Where do we go? I'll tell you where we go, since none of y'all know where I'm going with it. Adam said, I run to God. Yeah, we should. But unfortunately, we don't all the time. We run to social media. Mr. Brooks hit it, our phone. Well, look, you could take that two ways. Because we could take that as back in the days, old school, pre-social media. Before social media, that's what we did. We hopped on the phone. Man, you heard about what such did? Girl, you heard about it? But now you take to the phone in a different way because there are features on the phone that are more than just talking on it. Because you go to these platforms and you voice your opinion about other people's business. I want to tell you my thoughts. Like anybody cares about you in the middle of 5 or 10,000 comments that people have already made about this celebrity's situation. We're going to care what you got to say about it. So you got to put your comment. You got to go to every post that's covering it and reiterate your same comment because you hoping to get some likes. See? So we run to social media. And in our personal life, we still run to social media because, as I said many times on this show and others, as I've said many times, it's something in us that we have to try to, it's like a childish quality that we never matured and grew out of, where we have to try to put our own business out on social media, our own situations out on social media, and tell only our side about what somebody has done. You got into it with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever. Your disrespectful children is running over you, and you run to social media because you're trying to get some kind of support. You want people to back you up and side with you in the comments. So we volunteer this information that should not have went beyond the boundaries of your family structure, of your household, of whatever conversation, wherever that conversation took place. That conversation should have stayed where it was, but now you done took it to Facebook. Now you told everybody how my sister never liked me and she always was this and that. And even when we was growing up, when she would steal money out of mama's purse, I would never say nothing. And now you going back putting all this stuff out. And anybody who would care enough to want to help you through it, you wouldn't have to go to social media to get to them. Because they only represent a small percentage. The rest of the people just being nosy. And truth be told, it's really hard to say that they being nosy. Because is it really being nosy if you're the one who volunteered the information? I can't say you being nosy, man, when I'm the one that put it out there. I handed it to the world. And then you're going to get people that co-sign and ride with your side of it, the people that rock with you, but there's going to be other people that don't. Then you got the nerve to get mad at them. It's a childish mentality when you know that you got issues of your own, but you find a way to speak on other people's issues. That's an amazing thing. And it's something that we have to really strive to break ourselves out of. You gotta try to break yourself out of that, man. You have to. For multiple reasons. One of the reasons is because you wouldn't want nobody to do it to you. Look at all these cats that are on social media that thrive off of controversy, right? You got all these dudes and females, they thrive off of controversy. And it's been like that long before social media, but social media only magnifies it, right? My aunt, K-Rino, what's going on? What's up, Birdie Bird? Appreciate the love. Y'all don't know about the bird. But you have all these different people who they have no problem saying the worst of the worst things about other people. And even when they say the most horrible things about another person, and the person that they speak on, number one, they don't even know the person. They just interjecting and jumping in. Then the person that they're speaking on comes back to even defend themselves against the attack. Then they escalate it and take it to another level, and they get even more disrespectful. But you're the one who started it. You're the one who inserted yourself in the business of somebody else who you didn't know, and you did it for the views and the clicks and the likes and the revenue that's generated through controversy, right? Same way sex sells, controversy sells. Both are dangerous in their own way. But a person who dishes it out but can't take it. How long we've been hearing about that? We've been hearing about that since we was little. Don't be the kind of person who can dish it out, but you can't take it. It's like nobody can say, you can say whatever you want to say about anybody, but nobody can say nothing about you. I can't even defend myself against what you said about me. You got to be very careful with that. Whose business are you standing on? And why do you care? You got people who are more focused on, like the people who are always looking out the blinds at their neighbors. You got people always looking out the blinds at their neighbors. Always, anytime the neighbor may come outside and doing something around their house, here he come outside. He got to see what you doing. You pull up in a new ride. He got to walk outside. And, oh, yeah, you got a new car. Huh? Always concerned about what you doing. They find out that you and your wife are having some problems. You know, an argument that happened in the house might have spilled outside of the house to where she saw, where the neighbor saw you storm out the house, get in the car, burn off, and then she run outside and we're going on that. And then she go back in the house. Now you, ooh, yeah, they was getting into it. They might be getting ready to get a divorce. But your house messed up. We just didn't see yours. We just didn't see the argument that you and your wife had, or you and your, we just didn't see it. It didn't spill out. But y'all just as messed up or worse. But now you looking at other people's life like it's a TV show every day. You want to see what's going to happen next. You haven't taken the beam out of your own eye, but you're looking at the splinter that's in mine. Standing on other folks' business, getting excited, almost wanting to see other people's downfall. You want to see other people's downfall. Who lives their life to want to see other people fail? To want to see other people go through hardships. That's fun to them. Or you may pass judgment. You might pass judgment because of something that the other person may have done wrong at some point, you know, if it went public or if it's just a regular person. And you start, well, see, that's what they get. Karma, you know, y'all love to use the word karma. Yeah, she got her karma. See, I knew it. Well, that ain't really for us to determine. It's not my place or your place to impose the laws of karma or to declare the laws of karma on what a situation is. Whatever they had to deal with, they had to deal with. If they reap something that they sowed, hey, stay out of that, because your day might come. Stay out of that. And if you have that kind of spirit in you, you should pray for the will to resist that, to resist it. Because we lean towards drama. I don't care what nobody say. That's why the world is in the condition that it's in. See, if it wasn't a fact that we lean towards drama, the world wouldn't be in the condition that it's in. So that's the proof. When you see all the wars and all of the personal conflicts that go on between man and woman, this race versus that race, this person versus that person, this nation versus that nation, we lean towards controversy. We lean towards everything mostly that's bad for us. So drugs are more attractive to us. Negative music is more attractive to us. Foolish content on social media is more attractive to us. Did I say that? Did I tell a lie yet? Somebody correct me if I told a lie yet. we like it more. All somebody got to do is say, man, you heard about such and such? What? You get after. What? You can't wait to hear what bad thing happened to such and such. Man, they found 25 kilos in the wall. Laws ran in there, man. They got everybody. They took the little child, the CPS. Man, they gone. Man, I knew they was in there. It's like our blood start boiling behind stuff like that. But if it was your people that got jammed up like that, or you, see, we never think, it's as simple as thinking about how we would feel if the shoe was on the other foot. And even if you were somebody who may not, you may be doing everything right. You might be doing everything right. So you still can't have a self-righteous attitude, because you might be doing everything right, but your son might be messed up. Your daughter might be messed up. Your mama might be messed up. Somebody in your family that's close to you might be in a bad way. So regardless of if you could say, well, I got a clean slate, I don't do stuff like that. That ain't how I get down. Yeah, well, if you got family, it's gonna be somebody in the family that might be making moves that you wouldn't be proud of if it came to light. So we got to focus on minding our own business. Minding our own business is layered, has a couple of definitions to it. It means not even worried about the problems of other people like that, all the way to the point where I don't even want to hear it. Man, let me tell you what such and such. Is it bad? Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. It'll come to me some kind of way. I'll find out, but I'm not going to gossip with you. Basically what I'm saying. Not going to gossip with you, man. You got time for that. I got some tea. You ain't talking about some tea. You let me hear one of these grown dudes out here talking about some tea. You about 40 years old talking about you gonna call your homeboy and spill some tea. Come on, man. So minding your business on one level constitutes not even want to hear no mess. Lipton. Y'all remember the Nest T plunger? They used to fall backwards in the pool. Not even want to hear the mess. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, minding your business. Meaning I'm tending to my own issues and problems. If we tended to our own issues and problems, it would not be enough time to be focusing on everybody else's and speaking on it and judging it and talking crazy. And come on, man. So while we look at other people and look down on them based on the issues that may have leaked out and came into our eyesight and within our earshot, while we looking down on them and talking crazy about them like that, okay, and how you looking at them? How's the Most High looking at you? We don't never think about that. We don't never think about that. How's the Most High thinking about you? Another area that we got to work on real strong is when people come to you, because this is another form of minding your business now, but it's got a little twist to it. So y'all pay attention. When people come to you and confide in you and tell you something in confidence, that's what confiding is. Confiding is a word that is short for confidence. Confide, confidential. When somebody confides something in you and they pour their heart out to you because they trusted you as a friend, a family, a mama, an uncle, a cousin, a homeboy, whatever it is, they thought enough of you to divulge something really serious to them. You have a duty, you have an obligation to make sure, Adam said a confidant, that too. You have an obligation to make sure that you don't betray that trust by going back and telling everybody what that person just told you when they told you that because they trusted you. They told you in confidence. They were confident. They confided in you because they were confident that you were a confidant and you weren't going to tell their business. You run straight back. Man, guess what Ty Wilkins told me? What? Come on, man. Gotta stop doing that. Because you're going to tell somebody something one day. And then when it comes back, you ready to fight and kill. See? That's one of the most dangerous things to do. Somebody tell you something really, really down to the bone about themselves. I ain't talking about somebody coming to you gossiping about somebody else's life. Let me tell you about Willie. No, I don't want to hear about Willie. I just told you that. I'm talking about when somebody pour their heart out to you about what they going through. They diagnosed my little baby with cancer, but I just got to vent until but I don't want nobody knowing. Don't tell nobody that. As soon as y'all get out the phone, or you take it another way, it's on Facebook. Pray for my homie. Her daughter just got diagnosed with cancer. Hey, she didn't want the world to know that. And the worst one out of all of them. The worst one out of all of them. Somebody confides something in you. They tell you this in secret. They tell you this because they trust you. Then y'all fall out with each other. And what happens when y'all fall out with each other? A person with no integrity, they go and tell everybody that person's business that they told you when y'all was cool. Y'all was cool when he told you that or she told you that. Yeah, that's why you slept with the landlord when they was about to kick you out. Whoa. She told you that because she felt bad about it. She felt guilty about it. She felt sad about it. She felt she had to do that in order to maintain a household for her child and all that. And she told you that to get it off her chest because she felt bad about it. And now y'all have fall out and you put that out there. Nah, man, stop doing that. Man, I wouldn't care if whatever you told me when we was cool, I wouldn't care how bad we got into it. You'll never hear it come out of my mouth to nobody else. Can't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna let the police know who really shot that dude. Yeah, I'm gonna tell the law. See, they don't know. See, I'm the only one know the dude that got shot at the club about a year ago and he died. And ain't nobody know who did it. Yeah, I know who did it. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, you shoot nobody, but I'm just saying, why you wait till now? All right, man. I'm finna read y'all comments. I've been running my mouth long enough. Let me see what y'all got to say about the situation. Blast Beat says, who cheerleads the downfall of another? A low life. It's a lot of people that do that, man, because they have their own issues. They have their own self-esteem issues. They have their own internal deficiencies that make them want people to be just like they are. And most of the time, it's people that are close to them. Most of the time, they feel that way about people who are close to them that are thriving, that are doing good, and they don't want to see that. They're envious of that person's success or that person's come up. So if they hit a bump in the road, if that person has a bad stretch, they rejoice in that because then they like, yeah, he thought he was all that. He might not even thought he was all that. She might not even thought she was all that. She was just doing her thing, living her life. She might have had love for you as a cousin, as a friend, as a sister or a brother, whatever it is. And you had that thought in your mind that because she was successful, she was doing positive things, that she thought she was all that. That's something, that's a concoction of your own imagination. Now, some people are like that. Some people get like that. But even if they are like that, even if it is people that don't that have an arrogance about themselves, or they look, you should know how to move accordingly when it comes to people like that. You reach a certain age, it's like, okay, well, yeah, I know how that person is, so I just stay away from them. Or, hey, that's on them. It don't affect me. I still speak to them. Hey, how you doing, man? You know what I mean? I know how you are, but that's with them. I'm keeping that to myself. Ain't no big deal. It doesn't affect me. I'm not wishing the worst for you. I'm not wishing that you fall from grace because of that. I'm too busy trying to get my own thing up. So when that happens, you glad to see him go down. That's what you get for being all stuck up. Or you may have tried to roach off of them. When I got this thing, can you invest in it? And they like, no, I'm not interested in doing like that. And that bothered you. I'm reading comments, y'all. Rolling right. I appreciate that, man. Adam says validation, seeking approval stems from neglect in childhood. Yeah, I can agree with that to an extent. I can agree with that to an extent because yeah, sometimes we thirst for that which we didn't get, or we've never had, or we felt we never had. So you overcompensate. If you never felt the love that you got from your parents, then you may shift to somebody else. And if they just give you a little sign of some love, now you just falling at their feet, but you're overcompensating because you feel like I just never got that. So it's new to me, even when it might not even be real love that they showing you. They can just give you the smallest grain of something. But sometimes you have people who they've gotten everything they ever wanted. They never lacked for nothing growing up. Parents did everything they could for them, but because of that, it worked in reverse, and now they are going through life not knowing how to handle rejection. So any forms of rejection, once you get out into the real world, bro, mom and daddy ain't there to hold your hand. Mom and daddy ain't there to fight the world off like that, or tell everybody leave my baby alone. And nah, once you get out there in the real world with the hyenas, they don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about your mama. They don't care. So if you haven't been, if those life skills haven't been instilled in you, the tough lessons, the tough love, the denial of certain things, even if mom and daddy had it coming up. Yeah, mom and daddy, they had the money to get you the new bike, but you just got a bike 8 months ago. But this one just came out and you want to get, now you got a bike, you got a perfectly good bike. But if I get you the new bike every time or whatever, that sets you on a course of being what they call spoiled. And it's the only thing worse, we'll put it like this. In a lot of cases, a spoiled child grows up to be a spoiled adult. And I think a spoiled grown person is the only thing worse than a spoiled child, but one is the result of the other one. Nothing worse than seeing a grown person acting all spoiled and entitled and thinking that everybody supposed to treat them like their mama treated them growing up, baby them like their mama babied them growing up. Nah, you in the real world now. We don't care about you like that. Sorry. Sorry, son. You're gonna have to figure it out. See? Ty says the problem is people be explaining themselves to people who do absolutely nothing for them. Yeah, that happens. When you develop tunnel vision, this is tunnel vision. That means that you don't see what's going on this side and that side. You are focused on a goal, an objective that you are trying to accomplish in your life. You got tunnel vision. Nothing is stopping you. You're going directly towards that. Then you're not easily distracted by little petty little things that have no significance in your life that are only going to take time away from you getting to where you need to get to. Some people never learn that, but they never put the two together because they wonder why they're not advancing in life. Man, why am I not advancing in life? Because you're spending too many hours worrying about something that means nothing. You're talking about what this celebrity did, and that's, I mean, we gonna all glance at it. You know, you can't escape it. You look at it, no, wow, that's crazy. Okay, but let me get back to doing what I was doing. Let me catch up, y'all. Let me catch up. I'm way. Alyssa Monsanto says I'm out the way. That's right. We out the way. But some people gravitate towards the controversy. Some of us go towards it. As you get older and more mature, you see it and then you go away from it. See, you know how old people, they'll know it's gonna rain. They can smell the rain before it's coming. You ever been able to smell rain in the air? It's like, yeah, it's gonna rain. How you know? I smell the rain. You smell the rain. When you get older, you like, yeah, I do smell the rain. But sometimes you ain't got to smell the rain and you can see how dark the clouds are. But a fool can see how dark the clouds are, hear the thunder, and still plan a picnic. Come on, man. Straight Dog says people gravitate towards the forbidden fruit. Like they say, nothing good lives in the flesh. Yeah, and the evil is made fair seeming. Like I say, we've been rewired to where we've fallen in love with all the wrong things. We're in love with all the wrong stuff. It excites us more. Michelle Wood says, and even if you give someone positive comments to show support, that even gets taken wrong. And if you leave no likes, comments, people then think you don't support them. Damned if you do or don't. Yeah, but you know what I tell people in situations like that? I keep it real simple. If I find myself being accused of something like that, or what you're talking about, and people have misconstrued my actions or my lack of actions in their perception, what I say is, God know my heart. God know my heart. I don't have to argue with you. I don't have to debate with you to try to prove to you what my intentions are. But one of the most disappointing things is when people who you believe are supposed to really know you, supposed to really know your heart, right? When they accuse you of not being really down with them, not rocking with them, not having love for them, not supporting, not, and your actions, your history have already spoken opposite of what they accuse you. It's like, man, I got a whole track record of being down with you, or being there for you, or doing this and doing that, supporting you. So at that point, even if they may not mean it, see, here's the thing. See, people can disagree, and it doesn't necessarily make one of the people wrong in terms of their intention, the spirit, meaning that I could honestly think that you feel a certain way about me, but I could be incorrect. But my spirit is like, nah, that's just how I feel. That's how I feel, man. Nah, man, I just feel like, and people around here go, no, man, you don't think, man, you always speak highly of you. You always, so that's different from somebody who's intentionally trying to manipulate you and manipulate the situation to make it seem like, well, man, you don't never support me. They trying to sucker you into sympathy. Oh no, man, I'm with you, bro. I wouldn't never. You ain't like what he's saying you is. So you ain't gotta try to kiss his butt or capitulate. You say, hey man, look, bro, you mistaken me. You should know me by now. Even if you don't know me by now, bro, that ain't how I roll. Okay, well, I'm not finna keep. God know my heart. I ain't finna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. Not finna spend my time arguing about something that I know I don't feel. Sometimes I think you hate me. Hate you? I ain't never showed you nothing that indicates hatred coming from me. Hey man, God know my heart. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm gonna go. I ain't got time for it, man. I ain't got time for it, man. Whose business are y'all standing on, man? Need to stand on our own. Stand on principles. Said only man talking about tea is the one with sugar in their tea. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I'm still reading y'all's comments, man. I'm trying to catch up. Says Cat was just, I guess you speaking about Cat Williams. Cat was just a drunk dude rambling about topics he really doesn't understand, nor has he ever taken the steps towards acquiring credentials to speak about. Well, see, this is an example. This is a good example of what I'm talking about. Because, and I'm just going to touch on this for a second. One of the key things that stood out, if anybody watched the Cat Williams interview, same with the recent one that Monique just did, but I'm speaking particularly about the Cat Williams interview. It's the same statement that we apply, those of us like myself who love the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, right? Of all the things they said about Cat, I didn't hear nobody say he was lying. And when I say I didn't hear anybody, I'm speaking about the people who he referred to directly, the people he spoke about, right? But forget that part. That's just to speak on, to your comment of saying that he didn't have any understanding. I don't know, just like we talk about right now. But what I will say is this. One of the key factors in knowing or trying to getting an understanding about the character of a particular person, one of the key ways to get a understanding of the character of a person, good or bad, you base it on what the majority of those who interact with that person, how they feel about him, what they say about him. And just from what I get, all of the other comedians, all the other people that have just been around him speak very highly of the man as a man. I ain't talking about how funny he is on stage. I ain't talking about how good the movie he made was. I'm talking about those who have spent extended amounts of time around, those who he's brought on tour, though your peers and the people that are around you that interact with you, that those are the ones who validate you in terms of your character. Now, you got people that gonna blow their own horn. That's okay, cool. You got people that'll tell you everything they did for folks, and well, I'm the one that helped it. That's cool. Because sometimes you may be getting a bad rap from the world, and nobody is speaking up for you. So you got to say, well, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on now. Y'all ain't just going to slide me like y'all not just going to drag my name like this. I can tell you what I did. Because somebody taught me a long time ago. You talking about people that blow their own horn. Somebody said sometimes that's the only way you can hear the music. You got to blow your own horn. But when other people speak highly of you, and I mean, I ain't talking about one or two cats. I'm talking about it's coming from multiple directions. It's coming from over a course of time, of course of years. People are saying good things about you. You don't really hear people say negative things about you that you've interacted with consistently outside of whoever your enemies might be, or whoever your those who oppose you might be. That's what I go by. And I also go by who says what. Like I think I saw my brother Tech in the building. I was running my mouth. Texas Tech, South Park Coalition OG. I think I saw him in here when I was running my mouth. That's my brother from 30 years plus. So if he tells me, oh, okay, man, Arius Williams is a good dude, man. No, that's a good dude, man. If he tell me that, I'm like, okay, well, he must be a good dude. Because I know my boy. I'm like, okay, my boy ain't gonna vouch for nobody that shouldn't be vouched for. So it's about how many times you hear certain things about people, good or bad, because all that plays into it. You assess it based on that. It's like a freaking Yelp review. It's like a review. You getting ready to go out of town and you looking for a hotel to stay in. You're looking for a restaurant to eat at, and you go to the reviews about that hotel or about that restaurant, and if all you see is 5 stars, 4.5 stars, 5 stars, 5 star, you reading the comments, oh man, the service was excellent. Oh, the food was great. Oh man, the waiting staff was so polite. Oh man, the manager came out and blah, blah, blah. You read about 100 comments and 95 of them is saying good things. That will give you confidence that, okay, you know what, I think I'm gonna go to this place. But on the flip side, if all them reviews, if 90% of the reviews, oh man, we got to the hotel, man, the towels was dirty, the beds wasn't made up, smelled like boo-boo in the in the lobby, whatever it is, like, wow, man, there's all these negative comments. 2 stars, 1.5 stars. I'll never stay there again. Please don't take your family there. You go with the majority. It's common sense. Because that many people ain't wrong. That many people ain't wrong about you. Now, when we talk about restaurants and hotels, those are places. But when you're talking about people, it's still the way you handle that. I ain't gonna go around slandering you because I heard a lot of stuff about you. People tell me negative stuff about certain people all the time. I don't go around reiterating it. But if any of my people that I care about are about to enter into a situation with a person that I've heard some unsavory things about, then I gotta let my people know. But I gotta let them know in a way that I'm not being messy. I'm just letting my people know, well, hey, let me look, baby, look. I know you wanna let that guy fix your air condition, but I know about 5 people that said, nah, he don't do good work, and he ran off with the money. I wouldn't deal with him. I'm sticking to the facts. See? That's how you do that. I ain't gotta bash nobody. Because it's enough people out there that's gonna do that if you out here scamming and doing it the wrong way. You're gonna get enough. You don't need my one little comment, but I know how I move, and I'm not gonna deal with if enough people say it, or if the right one say it. Strength ain't always in the numbers. If enough people say it, yeah, but it only take the right one. See? Do y'all know that the cells in our bodies are affected by our thoughts, by the thoughts that we carry and the thoughts that we project? Negative thoughts and energy that goes against the grain of our nature and who we are as people, it affects the cell function in our body. And it turns us into other than ourselves, other than it turns us into a lesser version of ourselves. It's like when people are stressed out. When you stress, the stress enters into the cells, and then it affects you physically at some point over time. All these things are legit because a lot of times we know when we saying or doing something that we shouldn't be doing, right? So you talking bad about somebody, talking about dogging somebody out, lying on people. See, you lying on folks, intentionally lying. You intentionally setting out to discredit a person's name or whatever, and you know that what you're saying ain't true. It's going against the nature that you was created on, to move in truth. So even if it's a hard truth that you got to tell somebody, it's lining you up properly, mentally, internally, spiritually. It's still lining you up properly compared to creating a process of degenerative process within your own body. Alyssa says electric signals in your nervous system affects the dendrites. Come on, Alyssa. We got to lean towards what we know is right and resist. If you have a bad habit of dwelling on negative, it's going to affect. And it comes out. See, people who are, I don't want to use the word free. I would say people who have freed themselves from, or in the process, or work on freeing themselves from negativity, negative energy, all of that. They have a different look about themselves. Sometimes you can see people, y'all could be anywhere. You could be on the bus. You could be sitting in a room in an office or at work or whatever, and people in their own spaces, they just got a look on their face. They just chilling. They not talking to nobody, but they just got this ugly look on their face, right? Walking down the street, just, could be just how they looking, but a lot of times it's because it's something internally, something mentally going on, and it's a bitterness, it's a anger that they have in them, it's a resentment that they have, it's a negative vibe that they have in them that manifests itself on a physical level. What's in your mind manifests itself on a physical level. Your appearance. So, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, he said that the human brain was created to think rightly. Your brain is created to think right. So if you view your brain in the same way that we view a mechanism, some type of machine or let's say a video game or remote control to a TV or a phone. It could be your phone. If I put my phone in the microwave, it's not going to be the same once I take it out the microwave. I put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. The functionality of that phone, if it works at all, it's not going to be the same. The functionality has been altered because it was not used the right way. It was misused. So if we misuse our brain just like we misuse our bodies, let's put some dope. Let me smoke some crack. Let me pop some pills. Let me smoke a cigarette. Let me be alcoholic and just get drunk all the time. You are now affecting the functionality of your anatomy. Your anatomy is not going to function the same over time because now the accumulation of these things that are interfering with the body's natural process to max out is affecting that. Then you wonder why you're 27 and look like you 49. You wonder why your whole thought process is always jacked up. Everything that comes to your mind is negative. Everything that comes to your mind is doubt. It's doubtful thoughts. You don't even have motivation and determination to do nothing. You don't believe in yourself. You let the slightest thing take you out your game. People can tell you trash, you ain't gonna be nothing, and you believe it. It's like the brain is an organic computer system, but highly advanced. See, the brain and the human mind is the creator of the computer systems. Look, Dragon Breath just said, I promise I didn't read your comment. He said, you mean the computer system is a type of brain. It's like, but I know what he means. I know what he means. So I'm not gonna nitpick. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I didn't even read your comment. Long story short, man. If you saw a crowd of people, you saw 50,000 people in the crowd, right? You'll be hard pressed. I don't care if you close your eyes and just him. It doesn't matter who you pick. You are not going to pull a perfect person out of that crowd. Everybody going through something. Everybody got some things going on. There's no one of us that's walking around here whose life is just in perfect order. We just got it together. I don't care if you got money. I don't care if you got assets. You live in a big old house. You got every car you wanted. No matter what, is something in your life that is not satisfactory to you. There's something going on with you, something going on in your family, your children, no matter what you do, they don't appreciate. It's something going on with everybody. Rich, poor, in every spot, up and down and across the spectrum, right? So that being said, why would you think it's okay to talk other people's business and make mockery of somebody else's problems? When you're going to go right back home to your own And in some cases, yours are worse than theirs. And in some cases, theirs, the ones you talking about, ain't as bad as everybody making it out to be. It's just media sensationalism. It's shock value. It's what we've been talking about all night. It's clicks and views. We don't know none of these celebrities. We know aspects of the industry and things that go on and how dirty and perverted and evil and sick it is. We know aspects of that. But in terms of the individuals, we don't know. And even if we do, if it does get exposed, focus on yourself. Alyssa said, the me that you don't see. That's why I wrote that song. I wrote that song as a form of as a defense mechanism that I wanted to provide, not just for myself, but for other people to say, hey, look, man, you know, this is why idol worship is such a dangerous thing. Because you have people who look at certain people. I don't care if it's a celebrity, a politician, an athlete, your uncle. We have people that look at certain people and hold them to such a high regard that we look at them like they can't do no wrong. And we put them on this pedestal for whatever reason. And if they slip, if you have caught up in idol worship, when they slip, you'll fall. Because you can't process in your mind how that person could have done this. Oh man, I can't believe that he slapped his wife, man. I never. Yeah, he flipped out, slapped his wife. He was human. He was wrong. He made a terrible mistake. He tripped out. He shouldn't have did it. But now you all messed up because you put everything in your mind into that person, worshiping them as an idol. On my podcast, Underground Dialogue Podcast, right here on YouTube, give me a shameless plug in. Y'all go tune in, catch up on all the episodes that y'all haven't caught up on yet. The new episode, we just interviewed Bun B, and the episode drops, I think, this weekend. And Bun B said something that day that I'm going to share with y'all real quick. I ain't going to give y'all all the details of it, but it applies to what we're talking about right now. He said, you have to humanize your heroes. And I'm going to repeat that because I'll say, ooh, when he said, I was like, ooh, you have to humanize your heroes. It's all right to have a hero because the world would not be what it is in terms of the good parts of it, the advancements that have been beneficial. People would not be, certain people wouldn't be who they are, and the bar would never raise in any category of life if there wasn't people who looked at another person and said, I want to strive to be where he is or where she is, right? Then when they got there and they became the standard and they put it up here, somebody looked at them and say, I want to strive to be, and it just kept going up and up and up and up. But so in that regard, you look and say, man, that's my hero right there, man. Muhammad Ali, man, that's my hero, man. But you got to humanize your heroes because they're just like you. It's only slight differences in people that determine who's going to be great, 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 and who's going to be just a person. And those differences consist of things like the only difference between this person who ended up being just great, great, and you who never got to that level even though you had the talent and ability, same. The only difference is in some cases is that the one who ended up being great, they was willing to take a risk that you wasn't willing to take. They was willing to try something that you wasn't willing to try. They was willing to go for a goal or accomplishment that you let doubt scare you off of and run you off. You didn't even try. You like, I can't do it. Sometimes that's the only difference. It's not always a talent gap. Well, he just better than me. Okay, sometimes, yeah, it might have been better than you. Cool. She might have just been better than you. You couldn't do it. You wasn't as good. You fell in love with it, but you wasn't as good. That's cool. Find something else that you're great at. But for the ones where it's no talent gap, it wasn't a talent gap. It was a courage gap. You were scared. You were scared. Then you sat around and you saw somebody who might have been less talented than you, and they busted through. So when a hero makes a mistake, which everybody's gonna do, I don't care who you name me anybody that you can look at and say, okay, this is a great person, or you'll be able to peel off some kind of part in their life where they messed up. Oh, they tripped out right here. Yeah, well, yeah, that was a dark time. But if you don't humanize your heroes, you holding them up to a standard that nobody can live up to. I don't care who your hero is. I don't care who you name. At some point throughout the day, yesterday, tomorrow, they're going to pass gas. You done idolize and turn this person into the supreme being in your mind. And you meet him for the first time, he shake his hand, he accidentally, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Some of y'all to be, I can't believe he did that. Some of y'all don't think y'all heroes even use the bathroom. Oh man, that's dangerous. Oh my God, Libby. Oh man, come on, man. I'm just saying, we have to humanize. We have to understand that nobody is above flaws and mistakes, and sometimes, man, y'all will find out that a lot of the people that we put on these high pedestals, man, I know people that's super famous, super popular, got a lot of money, but they very, very insecure. They're very vulnerable, very insecure. And I look at, I'm like, man, why is he insecure? Man, he where I want to be. Man, I want to be, I'm trying to get to where you at. But when you talk to them sometimes, it's like, man, because you don't always know people's backstory. Just because a person makes it, it doesn't always, see, coming into money and fame and all that, and success in your profession, that does not eliminate trauma that person, that don't automatically, because you got $20 million, it just automatically makes past problems and trauma evaporate. Because last I checked, rich people commit suicide, rich people commit murder, rich people sexually assault and rape people. Rich people get strung out on dope. So rich people physically abuse other folks, and rich people neglect their children. And man, look, people have been through stuff that money don't clean up. Money can't clean you up. And sometimes money is the magnifier that gives you the springboard to really go crazy. Ooh, I got money now. I can only afford to pop a pill every now and then. Now I can just buy pills. I can get all the cocaine I want now. I used to only get a prostitute on Friday nights. Now I can just go buy 20 of them and have them in the room. We all butt naked. See, sometimes money just, when you don't have the mindset to deal with it, go crazy. And found this fool dead in the hotel room. And all the prostitutes gone. Don't nobody know what happened. See? Hey, man, y'all drop y'all locations, man. Let me shout y'all out before I go. Got some chocolate chip cookies just calling my name right now. I know what y'all thinking. I know what y'all thinking. And y'all right. Drop y'all locations, man. Let me shout y'all out. Y'all be sure to, like I said, go subscribe to the Underground Dialogue podcast right here on YouTube. Hey, man, I want to thank everybody who supported the Zero interview. That's our biggest video yet. Hopefully, y'all will get a Bun B interview. Same kind of love and support when it drops. For the love of money is the root of all evil. The love of money. Y'all like to say money is the root of all evil. That ain't what it say. Alyssa Monsanto is in H-Town. Straight out of money. His name is Straight Out of Money. So that means that you straight out of money, meaning you ain't got no money, or you mean you straight out of money, that I came from money. Estes Park, Colorado. Man, I never heard of that. If y'all new to the channel, y'all subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe and that the notification bell. Instinct Hip Hop is in Cape Town, South Africa. KS is in Temple, Texas. Ty Guy 1, South St. Paul, Minnesota. Stray Dog is in Wisconsin. Adam GB in the house. Chosen, is that Chosen Wanna? Bayou Blue, Louisiana. Amir Spear, California. Dragon Breath, Spine of Creation. Is that Belen, New Mexico, or Belen, New Mexico? Belen, New Mexico. Lemmy, why are you crying, Lemmy? Why are you laughing and crying at the same time? Did the bird leave? Joe Wilson, Northern Territory. That's Australia, y'all. We got Australia. We got South Africa. We all over the place. Drop y'all locations, man. Adam is in Birmingham, not Birmingham, Alabama, but out there in the UK. Yeah. Double D is in San Jose, California. I don't know if Lemmy in Baytown or Anahuac. Jay Sumner is in St. Louis. Yeah, man. That's what it is, man. All right, y'all. Y'all know it's all love, man. A couple of quick commercials. Oh man. For all my new people, we keeping physical copies alive, man. So if y'all don't have my 2 latest albums, y'all make sure y'all go pick them up. Y'all make sure y'all go pick them up right now. I can tell y'all where to get them from. Real quick before I go. You can also get them from all the little digital spots and all that. But if you're old school like me, you still want to rock out on the C with the CDs, y'all make sure y'all go to southparkcoalitionsite.net. Go get my books from the same site. Got 2 books out. I'll make sure y'all support. Here's the other book. Make sure y'all get it. Y'all don't like to read no more. Y'all lazy. Everybody's so lazy. I'm lazy too, I ain't gonna lie. God is great. All right, man. I see some of y'all are asking other questions that are off topic. So what I like to do, y'all, I do topics and I do open topics. So when I do my open topics, that means we all over the place. Y'all can ask me whatever. Y'all can ask me what size shoe I wear. Y'all can ask me when did I start going bald. Y'all can ask me whatever y'all want to ask me on open topic. But when I have a subject, I like to stick to that subject. So I'll come on tomorrow. Yeah, I'll come on tomorrow. When I come on tomorrow, depending on what I gotta do. And we'll do open topic before the weekend is over with. Let me use not in no Mexico. You better not be in Mexico. All right, man. I'll catch y'all later on. Much love. Peace and hair grease.